sir.
Okay. In the last class, we talked about, discussed about that. How to install the database, how to connect that, and creating a password, port number, and all. Uh, so you know that, I mean, we try to use some select queries to get the information from the tables and all, create the table and get the table, something like that, right? So today, so we will try to write a code. We'll try to understand what is JDBC. So whatever operations you did through the MySQL client. So this is the MySQL client, right? So whatever the operations you did through the MySQL client. So the same operations how to do in the Java level. Okay. So the server we have and client we had. So but we use the MySQL client and do. But as a user will not go and enter the select queries and all. As a developer you can do it, but as a user, if you want to know the details, and he will always operate the some system, some icon, some button, something like that. But in background it has to happen everything, and it has to get the data. So that is how it should work. But so that is the reason, we if you want to do it programmatically, I mean, not with the MySQL client. So how to do a client program to connect with the database and do all the operations uh, without this MySQL client software by default. Okay. So for that, what we can do is we can uh, work with the JDBC. JDBC is a Java database connectivity. JDBC is a Java database connectivity. So database connectivity. So this is, I can say, this is one of the API. So you guys know that what is meaning of API, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is meaning of API? API stand like, application programming interface. So this API, JDBC API, which gives that all the information, all the idea how to connect with the database, any database. This database is not only for the MySQL database, guys. So you can connect with the Oracle database, SQL Server database, Sybase database, different databases, whatever the databases we have in the market, all are RDBMS databases. Okay. JDBC is the API which will be used to connect with the database to do all database operations. Okay. So that API contains interfaces and classes. So let me show you where this API is available. Okay. That all that is already, they have given already idea to who. So generally, if we take any API, so that API is nothing but an idea, so which used all the details, ideas about to do this. I mean, to work with that solution. I mean, problem. So, for example, you have some problem. So for that problem, they have given an idea. So the idea, if you want to implement how to do all those things, if you get it, so then we can say that is an API. So that API you are going to use it. That API you are going to use it. One second. Yeah, that API you are going to use it for that solution, right? So let's look at about here JDBC and API which will be used there, and just go to the java.sql. So as part of Java API, so we have that. So as part of Java API, we have that, java.sql. Let's see here, java.sql. So you can see that package, right? Java.sql. So this is the Java.sql which has the interfaces and classes. Okay, you can see that the interface in this Java.sql. Okay, you can see that connection interface. This interface is the idea which help you to connect with the database, guys. So on this, once you get the connection, then you can do all the operations on the database. So that means, so JDBC API means Java.SQL, which has the all the ideas. But who will do the implementation for all these ideas? Interface is nothing but an idea, right? Guys, you know that what is interface we spent in the core Java level.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the connection is one of the interface. Array is one of the interface. Result set is the another interface, and you can see that statement is the one of the interface. Like we have the idea. So this Java.SQL is part of Java SE API. So we can say this is one of the individual API. So we can say it's the JDBC API. So this has the some ideas. But whenever you want to use it, whoever want to implement this API, these interfaces, uh, like so for example, this API is meant for to connect with the database. Suppose MySQL guys are implementing their database software. Once they implemented, if they are trying to implement this JDBC API, that means if they are implementing the classes for these interfaces, so they will create their own jar file. They will create their own jar file. So that means their own library by implementing these interfaces only. Okay. So let's take this connection. Connection is the part of the Java.SQL, which is the JDBC API. So purpose of this API is to work with the JDBC, I mean database operations. Okay. So we will look into that in detail, how to connect the database, how to do all operations. But before that, the purpose of this is to connect with the database and do the operations. Okay. So now what I will do is, so let's say the connection is the interface which is a part of JDBC API, guys, which is part of JDBC API. So let's say we have for now, let's take some example. There is a MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server. Okay. So this is one database. And this is another database like Oracle. This is SQL Server is another database. Okay. Whoever implementing, so whoever like each and every database people has to implement this connection interface. That means JDBC API implementation from their side. Let's say they created so this is the interface, guys, whenever they are implementing MySQL connection. So what is the class of this MySQL, guys? MySQL connection implementation. The class name itself is a MySQL connection implementation. And let's say this one Oracle connection implementation. And these guys are implemented SQL Server connection implementation. Okay. So now look at this, guys. So everybody using the connection interface only. Everybody using connection interface only. Everybody using connection interface only. Okay. Everybody using connection interface only. So they are implementing their own class. That means MySQL connection, MySQL database people have their own class. Like this, they will implement all the classes. I mean, what are the part of Java.SQL? We have the Java.SQL pack interfaces, right? So they do the implementation. They do the implementation for all the interfaces, and they will do it. Like for example, so this is the one implementation job. This is the one implementation job. Then this is the one implementation. So now once they implemented, but everybody, whoever it is, any database people, they have to implement which interfaces, guys? So these interfaces only, Java.SQL. Okay. So these interface is nothing but a JDBC API. Everybody is doing the implementation for this idea. Okay. So when they implement, they will get a list of classes, and they will make it one jar file. They will make it as a one jar file. Now I can say mysql.jar, and this has oracle .jar, and this is SQL server .jar. Okay, SQL server .jar, SQL server .jar, SQL server .jar. Okay, so now look at this mysql.jar, oracle.jar, SQL server.jar. So these are like, we can assume, or else you can make it MySQL connector, Oracle connector, SQL connector. So whatever it is. So everybody is implementing their own implementation. Who are doing this? The database people. And what kind of logic it has? How to deal with all the operations with, like, getting connection, doing all the operations with this respective database. They will do the implementation for these guys. Okay, so now you guys tell me. So whenever you want to connect with the MySQL, then what you need, guys? What you need? Anyway, this is needed. Along with that, what you needed to connect with MySQL? Do you need oracle.jar or sql.server.jar, mysql.jar? Which jar file?
MySQL.jar, sir.
mysql.jar.
Because the mysql.jar has the implementation how to deal with that particular database. You cannot use this oracle.jar to MySQL connection, because that won't work, because that logic it won't work. But every jar is implementing which API, guys? JDBC API. So I took one example here, connection like that. They will implement all the interfaces in the same way. Now, so now what are the things you needed to work with, for example, MySQL database? We needed JDBC API. JDBC API is already available as part of Java.SQL, is part of Java.SE. When you download the JDK contains all the libraries, right, as part of these predefined classes. So Java.SQL is already having that. You don't need to get it from somewhere, and you don't need to deploy. So by default, it will be in a class path when you set that Java JDK home location. Okay, but only thing is this will not be available. Which will not be available? This mysql.jar will not be available. So where we can get it, this jar file, guys? Who implement that generally? Java people or MySQL people? Who implement this jar file?
MySQL people, sir.
MySQL people. So let's see the MySQL is installed in my machine or not. It is installed. You can see that here, connector J. So connector J, you can see that here. Can you see the jar file? You can see the jar file, right? So these
Yes,
jar
sir.
file, like, if you want to get a connector, like, which I explained here, mysql.jar. So the respective connector is nothing but if you are working with the .NET, again it is a different library. But as we are working with the Java, so what connector? So here we have MySQL connector Java. So this is the jar file. This is the jar file, guys. So which you needed, you needed for that JDBC program. So what are the things you required? What are the things you required to write a JDBC program? First one is java.sql. Do you need to get it from somewhere? No, you don't need to get it from somewhere, because it's already part of Java SE. And when you set a JDK home, that is already having. And another thing is database connector jar. What is that? Connector jar. So this jar contains all the implementation of from the for the Java.SQL. That means JDBC API. Okay, are you getting me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
JDBC API. So these two things is required. and database, and the database software should database. So if you install the database software, you need IP address of that IP address of that software where you installed, where the database database server IP address. That means, what is meaning of IP address? Every system have their own internet protocol address. So that address, what is that address? IP address of that system. That means, where you install this database software, you might be installed in some software, some system, right? So that system IP address you needed. So what are the things you needed to for the JDBC program? I'm just uh, explaining you guys. And port number of database server. Port number of database server. You know, guys, how to get the port number? When you install, you have to give, or by default you will get something. So you can continue with that, or else you will give. You know that, guys. What is the port number?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, and IP address and port number we needed, and username and password also you needed. Username and password, username and password of database. So these things also, you know, guys, database server. This, when you install, you can set the password. What is the default password? Username you will get root. You can create your own users also. So like this, you should have the username and password readily. I mean, to connect with that. So these are the things you needed. These are the things. First thing is you needed Java.sql, and then what you needed, guys? Database connector, and then IP address of the database software server, and port number and username and password. These are the things you needed. Are you ready with those right now? So where this is available? So why we needed all those things? These things needed to write a JDBC program to operate the database, to do the database operations, like creating a table, insert the data, and delete the data, update the data, get the data. So to do all kind of work, so we have to write. If you want to write a JDBC program, so then you need all those things. Okay. So now let's discuss one by one, guys. So where it is available? This one, Java.sql, guys. Where you can get this?
Java API, sir. Java API.
Java API. When you
API.
install the JDK, so JDK will contain by default many libraries, many APIs, Java.io, Java.sql, Java.lang, many things we use, right? In the same way, Java.sql is the one of the API, sub API of that. So you don't need to get it in differently, individually. So it's already built in a JDK. So when you are in a class path, when you set a class path, the JDK home, then the JVM will recognize those interfaces and all in the program. Okay. The second one, from where you can get it?
SQL.
Based on the database software which you are using. If you are working with the MySQL, you can get from MySQL installation folder. If you are working with the Oracle, you can get from Oracle installation folder. Are you getting me? So that
Yes,
means
sir.
from where you got it. So you can go directly and you can see that. And also they have given document also. Look at this README document. So then you can get more details in this links also. They already gave the link, and you can download it also. If you don't have anything, and you can go and click on this link and you can download it also. And if you need more information about the connector, they gave already that some specification document in that they specified one link. Just if you click on that link, so it is giving some more information about MySQL connected guide. So overview of connector, what is new connector, some installation. I mean, how to get all those things, downloading. They gave already. Okay, so like connection pooling or connection something like this. Okay, so we'll see. They gave some sample examples also how to use it. This is a complete document, guys. How we can use this connector. So one by one they gave. So they gave the concept wise and connection wise, how to retrieve the data, and so many things they gave. So you can always, like, it's also one product, right? So that's the reason they gave the some kind of information guidance document how to use that. Okay, when generally if you purchase any product in the market, you will get a manual document how to use that product, right? Am I right? So let's say you got a mobile, so you will get a manual document how to operate that mobile. Even if it is a small mobile also, you will get the manual how to operate that. And like that, so this is also one of the product. The connector is also one of the product, right? So many products we have in the software. So how to use that, they gave already the information. You can always refer this document for more information. Okay, so now, so these you will decide based on the database. If you are using Oracle, you have to go into Oracle installation and then you can get it. And also you can get it from online, the specific websites. If you are working with the MySQL, go to the MySQL website and download it. Okay, so that is how you can get it, guys. That is how you can get it. So next thing is you have to get, one second, guys.
IP address.
Sorry. So till now you understood, guys? So I mean, just we
Yes,
are
sir.
running with the things. Okay, how to implement, how to write all these things we will try to learn. But we are getting ready with those what are the prerequisite to write the JDBC program. And the third one is IP address of the system database software. You know that IP address, how to, suppose if you install in your own machine, then you can go to that uh, EMD IP. There is a IP config command. So you can see here that IP config is nothing but here, this one, this is the IP address. Okay, so like this you can get that IP address information and you can do it. Okay, so are you getting me? Yeah. So port number of the database, when you are installing the database software, you might see that database by default port number, or else you can change your own port number. If you already changed it, it's just you have to use that port number. If you did not change, then if you use the default one, you have to note it down, the default one, and you have to use that in the program. And you needed this, and username and password also we needed. So these are the things we needed to work with I mean, database software. I mean, database to do all the operations. I mean, you have to write a program for that. Okay, so let's say I'm just creating a small Java project. Okay, I'm just naming it as a JDBC. I'm just naming it as a JDBC, and I'm just going to create a class, simple class, which is data JDBC test. Sorry, guys. So simple class. Okay. So I'm just trying to write a program. Okay. So with all those things, I'm writing simple public static void main method. Public static void main method. You know that public static void main method should take, what are the parameters? Will take string args. Okay. Now first thing is we need a java.sql. Let's see whether the java.sql is available in this class path to the program or not. Okay, because you already added, look at this, JRE system library is already added, right? So already added. We have list of jar files. So you can see that rt.jar. So there you can see java dot, you can see that java.sql package, guys. Can you see? Can you see, guys? This
Yes,
is
sir.
the, these are the, like, all predefined interfaces and classes which are the part of java.sql. So whoever implementing that this API, they have to use this. Okay, even MySQL, everybody will use the same interfaces to implement it. Okay, so now, so we are ready with that. We are ready with that because it's already part of Java runtime environment. So the JRE library. So we are ready with that. The first one is we are already ready with that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The second one, so to which database you want to connect? So the second one, to which database you want?
SQL database.
MySQL server. MySQL
Yes.
server. So the MySQL server, if you want to connect it, you have to pick that. Connector. You can pick from installation folder, or you can go online and you can download it also. Click on download here in the MySQL website, and you can see the connector, MySQL connector. Where you can see here is, yeah, you can see the MySQL connector is also part of that JDBC, ODBC, .NET, and something like that. Okay, so you can pick it from that website. Here you can say connector/j. That means you can get the connector. So which, so whenever you are getting this connector, so you will have that platform independent. So platform independent, because we platform independent Java will get. So here you can go and download it. When you download, so you will get one zip file. Even if you don't find in your installation directory, then you can go and download it like this also, guys. And just that's the reason I'm showing this way also. And go here and click on this install, extract it. That we will get one jar file. I mean zip file. Here is the same thing. Are you getting the same thing or not? Same thing.
Yes, sir. Same.
Along with that, they gave the source code also. So they gave the source code if you want to look it, and the document also they gave. But anyway, that's fine. You can refer it if you want, but mainly we needed this connector. This is the connector, right? So let's say this is the connector. This is a version wise, because if you install, this is the latest one which we got from the online, 80021, but which we installed in the database. If you can get it from that installation directly only, because you will get the right version. Okay, so then we have to set that that jar file into the class path, because if you don't set that, it cannot work, right? So because if we are working with that execution of these implementation classes, we need to set the class path. How to set the class path, guys? So you can set the build path here, configure build path, and add external jar. The jar you can keep under this project or external or whatever. So let's say where those jar file, C drive, user, uh, program, sorry, program files, MySQL, and the connector, this one. I just added to the Eclipse. But in command line, if you want to add set class path equal to, guys, that one, right? The referred jar file. This is the referred jar file. Now, so we are ready with that. And the third one is IP address. What is the IP address of your machine? And what is the port number of your database? And username and password. These are all the things we needed. Anyway, these three things, we will use it. Before that, so let's come to here one. Okay. So to write simple, guys, we have to do 4 steps. First step is get the connection. First step is register the driver. Register the driver. Driver is nothing but a which will have one driver class, which will initiate the program. So that will be available. That will be available in the connector jar file, guys. Okay, in that connector jar file, you have to know the driver class name also. Along with that, you have to know driver class also. Once you get that connector jar file, driver class name also we need it, because for every connector you will have one driver class name. You have to use that driver class name while doing a program. So what are the things you needed, guys? A driver class name also we needed. So if you want to see that what is the driver class and all, you can go and see that here also. They will give that documentation as well. On second. So along with the connector, if you already downloaded, might be you will get in the document. If you don't get it, then you can go this refer this document. For more information. In the document, you can know that a driver class name. You can know the driver class name. So if you want to know the driver class name, or else search it, or else you can you can see that. Okay, so look at the name of the class that implements java.sql. The driver is the one of the interface, guys, which is part of java.sql. So whoever implementing this driver interface, so that class we can say it is a driver class. So we need that class name. So what is the driver class name? Hi guys, here, what is the driver class name?
com dot
mysql.jdbc.driver. So this is the class name we have to know. So that is the we have to know that. So that we can call it as a driver class. What we can call it as a driver class. They will have, for each connector they will have their own name, but this is the name they are using in the MySQL connector place. If you are working with Oracle, you will have their other name. So driver class name. This is, you can say, driver class name. Okay, now you got it, the driver class name, right? You got it. So from where you can get it, driver class name? You no need to remember. If you already remember, just use it. If you forget, just go and search in the document. They will give clearly. Okay, so here the driver class name. So once you know the driver class, you have to register the driver, and then the thing is get the connection, and create the statement or statement object. Create the statement object, and then execute the query. These are the steps you have to do in the JDBC program, guys. These are the steps. Mainly, I can say 4 steps. So once you identify the driver class, first step, what you have to do, guys? Registering the driver. And the second step, what you have to do? Get the connection. And third step, create a statement object. And fourth step, execute the query. These are the 4 things we have to do as part of any JDBC program. Along with that, you can do other things based on your business requirement and all. But these are the main things you have to do. Okay. First, how to register the driver? Let's see that. So there is a driver manager. There is a driver manager class is there. Where it is available, guys? Is it part of connector or java.sql?
Java.sql.
Yeah, java.sql. Register driver manager dot. There is a method called register driver. So this register driver is a instance method or static method, guys?
Static, sir.
Yeah, why it is a static method? Why it is a static method, guys?
Predefined methods.
Calling with class name.
Correct. So we are calling with the class name. we are calling with the class name. We can, so what methods we can call with the class name, guys? We can call only static methods. We cannot
Static.
call instance methods with the class name. It is allow right now. So look at this. You can go and see that. Is it static or not? It's static. Okay. So what is the code we wrote? Driver manager dot register driver. For this, I supplied the object of the driver class. So you know the object, right? Driver class. We are not getting any. So, but this driver class is part of java.sql or connector implementation. It is part of com.mysql.cj. So it's not part of java.sql. This driver, this is the class name. This is the class name. That driver is a interface, that is java.sql, but they gave the class name also the same name here. But the package is different. Package is different. Look at this. So which is part of MySQL connector. When I open it, it is showing into this location. We already added, right, the reference. So it is showing here. Are you getting me? So this is available. This connector class is available. Where it is available, guys? And the connector jar file. Are you getting me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, suppose if I remove that, let's see that. So I'm just removing from the class path, just remove, apply. So look at this. Are you getting an error or not? It is saying that cannot resolve the file type. It cannot find that because it's not part of java.sql. It's a part of connector. You should add that jar file to the class path. Then only it will be work. So now registering. So this is the first step. What we did, registering the driver. So once you register the driver, we already did the registration, and then you have to get a connection. How to get a connection? Driver manager dot. There is a method called get connection, guys. There is a method called get connection. So for this get connection method, this is also static method. So for this get connection method, it is expecting 3 parameters, 3 arguments, right? So what are those 3 arguments? URL, username, and password. You guys, this username and password is nothing but a which we discussed about the database username and password, right? That is what we have to. That is what. So what is that, guys? Database username and password. Okay. So you guys know that what is the database name, username, and password that has to be kept here. That is in string format. And what is URL? URL. So everybody, sorry, whenever you are connecting with any database, there will be a one specific URL format for the database. That URL doesn't contains IP address, port number, database name, all those information. Okay, how to form it? So even if you go and look at it, guys, database URL. Sorry. Yeah. So they gave some sample one. They gave some sample one here in the document. So you can still use it, and they gave the explanation for each and every part of that, the thing. Okay, the first one is protocol, host, database, properties, something like that. So this is a sample thing. I'm just taking it. Okay, let's work it out. This is the format, guys. This is the format. JDBC colon MySQL is the common one. But in this place, what is the thing is IP address. What is the IP address? If you are connecting in the your database software is in the same system, the program and the database in the same system, you can use localhost, or else you can use IP address if it is in some other system. Okay, so the port number, you know that after this the IP address. I mean localhost means current system, or else if you want to specify in some other system, then you can make it specify that IP address and port number and the database name. What is the database name? Yesterday we we have old database name, something like that, right? So we can use our own database name. So this is the format of URL, guys. That is the reason to pass this connection URL. We need this IP address, port number, and username and password. I mean IP address and port number. So this is the syntax. Even you can get that syntax from the document. So by searching it. Okay. So now let's say the user is root and password is just root only, just for time being. So now we did the first step is the registering the driver, and the second step is what we did, get the connection. So get the connection, JDBC colon the URL, we are passing connection URL and username and password. What is connection URL? From you, where you can get this format in the document. So in the document you have that this is the format. In that place, based on your usage, like if you are using the where your database server is installed, that IP address and port number and the what database you want to connect. So under the database server, you will have multiple databases, right? So like yesterday we have seen that databases. So there you can pick that database whatever you want. If you create your own database and you can use that database, we will see that how to create our own database. For time being, we are trying to use that the existing database which we get by default. Okay, so that is one of the thing is old. So this get connection method is returning something, that is what connection object. So connection is the variable and this is the interface, and this method is going to return some object, guys. Now you guys tell me, what is the object you will have? That what is the object, which class object you will have, it will be holded in the connection interface reference variable, guys. So right now I'm using con, variable name is con, and I'm just displaying the con, guys. Now you guys tell me here one thing. Okay, tell me here one thing. So this method is not returning anything. This is just registering the driver in the memory, so it will load into that. And the second step, what we are doing is getting a connection by providing the connection URL and username and password. And this get connection method is returning some object. So that object might be so we are holding into con variable. The con variable type is connection. The connection is an interface, not a class, which is part of java.sql. Now you guys tell me, which class object will be holded by this reference variable?
Driver manager. Driver manager.
Driver manager class.
Sir.
Sorry. See, if I declare the variable like this, right, connection is the interface. Okay, connection is the interface. Which class object is allowed to store into this variable, guy? What kind of object we can store? Can I hold a string object? Can I hold string object to the C variable?
No.
Why we cannot store? Why can't we store, guys?
C is the interface reference variable.
Connection is a interface. String is a predefined class.
Then why? So only any object we can, I mean, some object has to be hold, right? We cannot create object for interface. We have to create object for only class. Why we are not? Because the string is
Yes,
not implementing the connection interface. String is not implementing. So any interface reference variable, if you take connection is not only connection, any interface reference variable can hold only a implementation classes of that connection interface objects. Only implementation objects, implementation classes of that connection interface objects. So that means is the string is implementing connection interface,
No.
No.
Is string is implementing connection interface? No, right? Look at this. Is it implementing connection interface anywhere here? No. So then
No.
you cannot. So then that means this con variable can hold which class object, guys? A class which implements. We have to say
Implementation
a
class
class.
of connection.
Correct. So implementation class of connection.
Connection.
That means so driver manager is not the implementation. See, is it implementing any connection interface? No, this is just util method, guys. Driver manager is not that. So that means get connection method will return connection interface, but that connection interface type, but that has their own implementation class. That so that you can say the answer here is so implementation class of connection interface, which can hold here implementation class. Where that implementation class available? Is it a part of java.sql or a connector? This con variable hold the implement.
SQL.
Yeah. Where it contains? In the connector, right? MySQL
SQL.
connector.
Sir. Yes. Yes.
Here, right? So here you can see that. So the what is already implemented, the connection interface, that implementation class will be hold here. Okay. Yeah, we'll see that. Okay, let me execute it, guys. Let me execute it. So you will see what kind of error. So we got an error. So what is that? SQL non-transient connection error could not create a connection to database server. The caused by array index out of bound exception. So I don't know in my system. I don't know my password actually. I forget it, and username and password. So that is the reason. CS 2020. No, I forgot it. Renika, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Did you already open? Did you already install Eclipse in your machine?
Yes, sir, I have, sir.
Okay. What I will do is I'm just giving the sharing permission to you, and I'm just making you host. Just do it. Just share your screen.
Okay, sir. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah, we can see. Is everyone can see her screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just quickly create one project. Renuka. File. Not able to do.
Just a second.
Use Java project and give the name as the JDBC. So name, okay, you can give it whatever name. Okay, so just I'm copying from my system the code. Let's see whether it will be copied or not. And the meanwhile, okay, just view the control, and I'm just taking copy here. No, I'm not sure, it's not allowing. It's not all. No. So anyway, don't worry. Just add the connector. You know that connector is already, MySQL is already installed in your machine, right? Just add it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right click, build for. Guys, you do one thing. Everybody do the same thing which I did till now, and display that connector con variable system dot, and we'll see what kind of output you are getting by providing the URL, username, and password. And tomorrow I will continue. Just add the connector where it is installed in C drive or D drive or something. MySQL. MySQL connector.
Yes, sir. Connected, sir.
Just go to the code main method and type the type code quickly. So I will tell you. Driver manager. Control space. Automatically will get control space. Control space. Yeah. Just control space. You will get an option. Can you able to do that? Control space.
Sir, I did that.
What? Just remove once again. Remove everything. And type dr driver. Just type driver. Control space. Control. Just hold the control space and select the driver manager. Then automatically the package also will import. Then you will go. That error will go. Dot register RE. Yeah, third method. Yeah, second method. Remove only one parameter you have to pass, that is new. Remove everything. Just type new. Space com dot. The driver class name, you know the driver class name which I told you. Com dot MySQL dot CJ dot JDBC dot CJ dot JDBC dot JDBC dot. Is it giving any hanging?
No, sir. Can't you see that it was given default jdbc.admin and exceptions both is there?
No, you don't see admin. Only till JDBC.
Okay.
JDBC dot. So what is the class name? That is driver. Select the driver. That's it. First one.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So now we are done with that, and that is just put the cursor there, and it is asking to throw exception. I will talk about that later. Throw and add throw. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And the second line, go to the driver manager dot driver manager. Control space automatically will get. Select the manager. Dot get connection. Get connection, which takes the URL, username, and password. The third one. Yeah. There you pass that URL. JDBC colon. Type that JDBC colon. First. JDBC colon, not slash actually. It's a colon.
Okay, sir.
JDBC colon, MySQL colon. MySQL colon slash slash double slash forward slash. Yeah, that one. And localhost colon 33060.
I think my
Slash
port number
wo-
is only 3306, sir.
Okay, then fine, no problem. So slash world. So whatever the port number you can have, that only you have to use. World. So what is the database? World. W world. Yeah, that is the database name, right? We have many databases. I mean, different databases. World. And username. What is the username? Root, right?
Yes, sir.
Use the root. Guys, following that. Everybody is following this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The password. What you kept that time. You have to use that. Okay. Semicolon last. And this get connection method is going to return something, right? So you have to hold that get connection. What is the object is written? You have to hold it. So hold into some variable. What kind of variable you can have? Connection. No, what you are trying to do. So get connection method will return an object, right? You have to declare the variable in the 10th line only. Whenever some method is returning, where you will hold in the same line, right? Connection space C con equal. So here connection C is the capital. C is the capital. Yeah. So that is part of java.sql. Just import it. Put the cursor, automatically will get the suggestions. The first one. Okay. So now display system.out.println con. System.out.println con. So just we are trying to see what object is holded by that con. That is the intention. Okay. First step, we register the driver and get the connection by providing the URL and username. The username and password, and run it. Just run it. Still running.
No, sir, did not get any output.
You should get.
Double 306.
No. At least you will get exception or output. Something you should get. Still
Yes, sir.
running, I guess. Something. It is still running. I don't know. Taking some time. So once it's gone, you will get here closeness. Okay, just close it. And click on that and run once again. Once it executed successfully, you will get this one. And run once again. Run as Java application. Right click. Wait for some time. The MySQL is already yeah, you got that.
Yes, sir.
So now the connection got success. It is showing, it just displaying the class name. If you display any object, you will get the class name and hash address, right? So which class object it is? com.mysql.cj.jdbc.connection implementation. This is the class name they are using in the MySQL connector. That means it's not part of java.sql, it's part of connector. Okay, you can see in the left panel also this class. Okay, so we got the connection. After getting the connection, what we can do, what other operations we can do, we will see that tomorrow. So do the same thing from your system also, everybody, and installing and providing that till get connection. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.